This is Bumper to Bumper, the car show. Drive in anxious and cruise out confident. With the best automotive information for your vehicle. And now your hosts, Matt Allen and Dave Riccio.
Good midday, everyone, and welcome to Bumper Radio. I am Dave Riccio, here along with Matt Allen, and together we are your KTAR car guys, heard every Saturday from 11 to noon, right here on KTAR News. At Bumper to Bumper Radio, we're helping you, the motoring public, have a better overall car experience. If you've got car questions, I guarantee we've got answers, so we encourage you to give us a call at 602-277-5827, 602-277-KTAR, and you can also text us at 411-923. Today on the Bumper to Bumper Roadmap, we are bringing back Fact or Fiction. We have not done that in a long time.
You just want to push that button
I
and
want to
hear
hear
that.
my voice. Fact or Fiction. Open phones and text and broken stuff. It amazes me how people put up with broken stuff on their car. I had a car in my shop this week. Lady came in, she needed a transmission repair, and she said, "Oh yeah, by the way, my door handle's broken on the inside, so you got to roll the window down to get out of the car." And I'm like, wow, how long has it been like that? 2 years. I mean, I'm surprised her window is not worn out from rolling the window down to open the door on the outside.
It's going to be cheaper to fix the door handle than the window. That you
It absolutely
out
is.
Because, yeah, but you're right, Dave. I don't know if people understand that our shops will fix these little things. They're
not a big deal.
They really don't have to live with them. And we did a little survey around the station here this morning, and I know there's certain things. I don't have much on my car right now except for the broken taillight from a couple years ago.
With the one you got the red duct tape lined over the taillight, so you don't get pulled over?
Well, at least on mine, it's a clear lens, and then in the side is the colored lens. So, I'm just waiting for the water to hit the bulb, and once it does, I'll replace it. But again, I don't think they understand, like the visor. That's one of my big ones. You get in the car, and the visor is supposed to go up and hug the headliner, but it either falls down. So I always think, is this thing going to be like it's
going to cut your head off
like
when you slam on the brakes.
You slam on the brakes, and that visor is going to catch you right in the bridge of the nose and scalp you or top your,
Well, I do have a good fix for that because we have people come in all the time with this broken stuff, and I can't drive your car because every time I give it gas, the visor falls down. I can't see where I'm going. So I'll take some double-sided Velcro tape, put some up on the headliner, some down on the visor, and
Dave.
just so I can make it through the test drive because that is the most annoying thing in the world to me.
Are you the guy with the generator strapped to the trunk and the 110-volt AC unit plugged in the back window for the?
I am that guy, and I'll even go so far as if I'm driving their car and their AC vent keeps falling down, I can't get any cold air, I'll go get a clothespin and I'll stick it in there just to hold that. AC vents. I'm tired of broken AC vents.
Well, the other thing on the visor is the clip where you want to turn it to the side so the east or west sun or whatever you're doing, it's not. So you accelerate, that thing comes back and hits you in the head. Those clips are like $6, and we don't even charge to put them in.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my daughter could probably do it.
Well, if you got a good shop you've been going to, just lean on a little bit. Say, hey, that visor keeps falling down in front of my face. Do you think you could take care of that for me?
What about the rear view mirror that's kind of got a duct tape saddle holding it up instead of they make kits and you can scrape that off the window. Piece of cake. We do all that stuff for you, Dave. What else did we come up with today?
Oh, you know what? It's and everyone can instantly think of it. My question was, hey, what's broken on your car that annoys the crap out of you, but you're probably never going to get fixed? And everyone had an answer. So I heard things like, that when the window, the tinting gets all bubbled up.
Oh, God.
And they just live with that. Call the mobile guy, get him out there and get that thing fixed so you can see people. You're going to cause a 10-car pileup because you can't see through your window.
Like the mobile. You could Craigslist, anybody. You could find a mobile guy that'll just get done while you're at lunch.
Mike Russell's is the headliner because he drives a sedan. And he's jamming fishing poles in there, and when you pull the fishing pole out, and I tugged his headliner out a little bit. I didn't tell him, like, whoops, that treble hook caught on the headliner. But the headliner, you get in the car and it's hitting you on the head.
I got in one time and it looked in a car, not Mike's car. I don't think his is this bad yet. But you ever see a map like in a delivery room or something? It's got a route map maybe, and it's got pins all in it. Little colored thumbtacks. That's what I'm looking for. All over the map to show where maybe a store is or some delivery route. I got in this car one time, and there must have been 100 thumbtacks.
Holding that thing up. I've seen people take like the staple gun, like for the Christmas lights at Christmas.
It was kind of psychedelic. It might have been one of these Deadhead guys because they're all different colors, holding up. Hey, but at least he fixed it. It wasn't. Some of those are hanging down on your head and annoying. Power windows, that was one of them, but I don't think that's annoying.
Well,
I kind of think that's a safety issue, at least if it's on the driver's door.
Oh, on the driver's door, yeah. And if your car ever goes off a bridge into water, don't try and open the door. You're not going to be able to get it open. So just roll the window down first. That DC motor will run in water. Roll it down so it equalizes, then you can get the door open. That's a little safety tip.
Is that one?
That's it. You said you're not going to be safe without a power window in the driver's door.
The other one that's, again, these are just little things that we can fix in the shop. You're in for your oil change. You notice your map, you call it map light or your dome light or one.
Oh, dome light was another one I heard here at the station.
One of your interior lights are burned out. I mean, those bulbs are $2.50, $2, $3 to put a bulb in there, and you don't.
They're just annoying things that you just continue to live with. But rattles, I personally hate rattles.
Oh my God.
Some people can live with rattles. How do you live with that rattle? I don't know. It's just I don't even see it anymore. I can't get in someone's car and not hear the rattles. People don't like me riding in their car because I point out everything that is wrong with it. I was talking to my brother. His differential bearing. If he's listening, I get in his car and I'm like, man, your differential is making a lot of noise. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, you should get that. This thing had 20,000 miles on it. Get it in there for warranty. He doesn't do it. So the next time I'm in his car, we're driving to Tucson, and it's got 75,000 miles on it, and this differential is just screaming. I'm like, can you hear that noise yet? He's like, no.
It's been there the whole time. Of course I hear it.
He could have had it fixed for free under warranty, but he just lived with it and ignored it and just turned the radio up even louder. So broken door handles, power windows, window tint, headliners.
Here's the other one. We see it a lot at my shop on Volkswagens and Audis and whatever, that little LCD display either on the window or on the window,
on the stereo,
or the instrument cluster, or even the AC control unit. You don't have to replace that whole thing. We can fix that stuff. And
a little of those odds and ends are available, and they're not a big deal. And I think people when they come to the shop, they hate to ask, but I can't live with a mirror missing off the right side of my car. And some people, they drive like that.
And I can understand people ask, you ever get that sometimes dumb question like, do you guys do this? You guys do oil changes? Okay. Most shops.
As you're standing in front of the Valvoline sign.
Right. Or so asking us if we can fix that dome light or that visor, that's really not a dumb question. Like, do you do tires as we're leaning up against a rack of tires?
Yeah, that's
like that's so definitely ask the shop, can you take care of this? And
not a big deal. You don't have to learn with those things. But as the car ages, that's how you end up with a car that's a jalopy after 5 years. As little odds and ends break, the visor breaks, you're like, darn, the visor's broken. The stereo knob, the black colorings come off of it. It looks like garbage. All those things add up. It's kind of like my neighbor's house. Anytime anything breaks, he fixes it. That's one neighbor. Across the street is another neighbor who doesn't fix anything, and it just compiles and compiles and compiles.
The first weed turns the second weed.
And it just keeps going, and pretty soon you have a car you're not proud of, and you don't want to fix, and you take a big loss on it, and you're going to spend – some of these people commute an hour to work, every day. Hour there, hour back. 2 hours in that baby, you might as well like it.
Yeah. Why did you want to be miserable? No, I got this damn car and this stupid visor or whatever. That drives me nuts.
So take care of it. They just seem like little odds and ends, and a lot of that stuff can be fixed. And there is a turning point on your car where, you know what, you're gonna. If you got a screwdriver jammed in for the shifter for the transmission, What
if you're going to go on a date, and you're like, oh, hey, baby. You're going to have to slide across the driver's side because that passenger side door doesn't work. Now, I don't know if that's a trick to just get a little closer.
Well, when I met my wife, she thought I was real polite and that I was opening a door for her. It was just that passenger door, there was a certain touch to it, to get that thing open.
She's like, why don't you open the door for me? Oh, I got it fixed. No, you can do it.
Exactly.
There's no special trick. Or like you said, Dave, you loan out your car. Oh, hey, just whatever you do, don't touch that screwdriver that's jammed down in between.
I think that's a redneck joke. You might be a redneck joke if you got a list of instructions just to borrow my truck. So if you got something annoying on your car that you want fixed and you want to know how to get it fixed, give us a call at 602-277-5827, 602-277-KTAR. We can talk about anything on your car. You're listening to Matt and Dave, your KTAR car guys, on Bumper to Bumper Radio.